Hey guys, Jeremy today. Not actually on Roblox, actually on Cerebi.com. This is the site that I would suggest using, which I'm going to be explaining throughout this video on how to get egg moves. And because some people don't know how to breed some specific Pokemon due to like egg groups, I'm going to be trying to explain that a little bit. Although in this video I'm going to be talking about egg groups and how you can breed for egg groups to get the certain moves that you want. Obviously I'm going to go through every single Pokemon. I'm just going to be using Greninja as an example since there's chain breeding involved for a specific egg group. And plus I did a video on Greninja's toxic spikes a long time ago, and still people ask me how I do it on my physical Greninja, so I'm going to go over it again, and you can just take this information and use it for any other Pokemon. So like I said, I would suggest using Cerebi. So all you have to do is just type in Google the Pokemon that you're wanting to start breeding to get the egg moves, and just then type in Cerebi after that, and then you can come to this site. So then, firstly, I'm going to be talking about certain Pokemon that some people don't know how to breed, and that is Mandibuzz and Chansey, because they are both females. Like 100% female chance. So I'm going to be talking about these two first. So into Mandibuzz, so obviously you have the egg moves over here on the side, which like I said I'm going to learn in a second, but because some people don't know how to breed for a specific Pokemon, and some people only think that you can breed only the same two type of Pokemon together. For example, they think, oh, since Mandibuzz is 100% female, you can't breed at all because I can't get a male Mandibuzz, since right here it says male is 0%, female is 100%, same as Chansey. Not 100% sure. I think there's maybe a couple of 100% male Pokemon. I think those like specific, and like maybe Nidoking and maybe like Final Evolutions. So I mean that's for like a different, but for specific Pokemon like Mandibuzz and Chansey, the thing that you want to do is look at the egg group. For example, if I scroll down, actually I need to put OBS on top of my webcam software. So if you scroll down a little bit, you can find the egg group is here, which obviously you can tell now as a fly just comes and hit me on my nose. Egg groups, it is in flying. So if we open up flying, which I already opened up, so I need to open up another one, then we can get to all of the Pokemon that are also in the flying egg group. Now, what this means is that since Mandibuzz is a 100% female, we can breed our Mandibuzz with a male variant of any of these Pokemon that also fall under the flying egg group. That is how to breed specifically for like other Pokemon that don't have 100% female rates, but I mean this is like how you would do it, so just wanted to quickly get that out of the way. So I mean, since Mandibuzz is only in the flying egg group and not in multiple, then obviously you only can breed with all of these Pokemon. Obviously not all of them are in Pokemon Brick Bronze, but a lot of them are. For example, if we go to Aerodactyl then, since that's just an easy one to explain. Oh wait, it looks like it's only on the flying as well. Okay then, looks like we can't just use that then. Okay, can I pick a one that isn't... I want to say Pidgeot is probably in the... Actually no, it's not. Okay, let me go back. If we go down... Oh, it actually says here, I didn't even realise that. But if we go down to, on the right side, you can tell you what all the egg groups all the Pokemon are in, because some Pokemon don't have just one, they can have two, which means obviously they can breed with any Pokemon that are in those two egg groups. For example, Farfetch is in the flying egg group, so that means they can breed with anything in the flying egg group, such as Mandibuzz and stuff like that, and they can also breed for things in the field egg group, which you just wanted to make sure that people understand that it's not required that for example, you don't need to have two Farfetches to breed for Farfetches. Whatever the female Pokemon is will pass down the eggs. For example, if it is a female Farfetch that is breeding with a male Aerodactyl, you will get Farfetched eggs. If you're breeding a female Aerodactyl with a Farfetch, you will get Aerodactyl eggs. Whatever the female is will pass down the eggs. But anyway, for that one, let's go quickly on to Chansey, since people have asked about this one as well. So this one's obviously in the fairy egg group, so obviously, like I said, just need to breed Chansey since it's 100% female with a male Pokemon that also falls under the fairy egg group. So really quickly, that's Pikachu, the Clefairy trio it looks like, the Jigglypuff, Togetic, which I mean is pretty easy to get. Specifically, if you are wondering, because I'll explain this as well, reason why Togetic is on this, and I believe Togekiss is as well here, Togekiss. The reason why Togepi isn't is because there are certain Pokemon known as baby Pokemon, which obviously can't breed. I think this includes like Pichu, Togepi, I think Riolu, Elekid, Mime Jr., like Pokemon like that. So obviously you need to make sure that if they're in the undiscovered egg group, a majority of the time they can't breed. Actually, I don't think actually any of them can breed. I think there might be a couple of exceptions, but to my knowledge, I don't think most of them can breed at least. But for chance, you can just breed them with any of these as long as they are male, and then that'll be great. So now that is done, except from Manaphy and Fion, I don't believe you can breed these two, except from a Ditto. Might be wrong about that, though, because I don't use Manaphy. And also, right now, Brick Bronze also follows the 6th generation, so some egg moves might not be available, but once the Sun and Moon 7th generation update happens, not 100% sure on how much they're going to be added in, but it's probably going to be in the game that some new egg moves might be added in. So that is pretty much it for like the Chansey and the Mandibuzz, just to make sure that you understand what Pokemon can breed with each other. It's just not two of the same Pokemon that can only breed with each other. You can use different Pokemon from different egg groups. Hold on. Back onto Greninja, since I'll use this to explain how to breed for specific egg moves, since Greninja is just a good way, because I've already shown it off before with my Toxic Spikes and Greninja. So all I want to do is come to Cerebi. The reason why I use Cerebi is because a lot of other sites that I used to use aren't exactly as updated as Cerebi is. For example, Pokemon Database, sometimes the egg groups don't show up as they should, whereas on Cerebi it seems to always work, at least from the Pokemon I've checked and done it with. So you can see, you can scroll down. So these are all the moves. These are the TMs. If you keep scrolling down, you have egg moves. Then you got move tutor attacks, which obviously in Pokemon Brick Bronze aren't available yet. Then you've got like Omega Alpha, so like different generations. But if we scroll up, we're just focusing on egg groups today. So all you want to do is go over here where it says egg moves, so you can find the specific egg moves for the Pokemon that you are wanting. So we can go onto this, and we can scroll down still, and we've got things like Bestow, Camouflage, Mind Read, Mud Sports. So I'll quickly go over this. So Toxic Spikes is the main one that people will probably want for a Greninja, which I'll get into in a second. But for example, I'm going to be using Mud Sport because, and maybe, I guess I'll use Water Sports for an example, because none of the other moves really, I would really suggest on a Greninja at least. But let's say you want Water Sports on the Greninja. Greninja doesn't get it by level, actually does it? No, it doesn't get it by level up. So that means, since we can't get by level up, unless we really want Water Sports to make sure that Fire type moves are weakened for 5 turns, what we can do is we can look at this at parents level that learn this specific move through level up in X and Y, and I guess X and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is also here, which I believe Pokemon Brick Bronze follows this one. But you can just look at these. You can find the Pokemon that are in the Pokemon Brick Bronze. For example, Milotic. All we have to do then is catch ourselves a Feebas, evolve into a Milotic. If we quickly go to it, as you can see, Water Sports, and we can scroll down, and we can go look to the X and Y level up, but obviously, like I said, Brick Bronze follows the ORAS level up system. We can go down, we can see Water Sports is level 4, so that means when we catch a Feebas, it's probably going to be over level 4. We can just evolve it, and go on the move relearner, make sure that the male Milotic is holding, or has Water Sport as a move, put into the Daycare as a male with your female Greninja. That way, every single Fruki that you hatch will also have Water Sport. Obviously, obviously when you take a Pokemon out of the Daycare, if they level up a little bit, sometimes they might get new moves, which obviously might get rid of your Water Sports. If you take your Milotic out and the move is gone, and then you put it back in, it will no longer pass down those egg moves. You'll have to relearn it before putting it back in. If you put the Milotic in with Water Sports into the Daycare, and then save, come back, and it's leveled up a little bit and lost the egg move, as long as you don't take it out, then you won't lose that egg move. So for example, if you're putting it level 4 and you only have Water Sport, Water Gun and Wrap on it, it will always pass down Water Sport until you take it out. No matter how long it's in there, it might level up to level 80, the max cap, but as long as you put it in there while it had Water Sports, it will always pass down the egg move, as long as you don't have 5 egg moves. If you keep passing down egg moves that you don't want, I'd suggest going to the Battle Coliseum and just removing a couple of the egg moves that you don't want, just to make sure that you're always going to pass down the ones that you do want. Obviously, some Pokemon may have a lot of egg moves and might keep passing down the wrong ones because you didn't know that they were also egg moves. So I want to quickly get that along, but that's how to pretty much egg move normal things. For example, like I said, anything that can level up, but there's a different type of egg moves that you need to breed for. That is obviously for things like Toxic Spikes on a Greninja, which is different because obviously, as you can see, nothing can breed with Greninja that also gets it by level up. So that means we have to start chain breeding. So what we have to do is go to the Pokemon on the bottom list, which shows you what Pokemon can learn it through breeding. So then, for example, we can find that Greninja gets it through breeding, but also since we've got Greninja and it can't breed with anything through the level up system, that means we have to throw it to a newer Pokemon. Dragalge and whatever this thing is, it doesn't say, isn't in the game right now, so that means we have to resort to our Omastar and Omanite. So we're going to click on Omanite, so we don't really need to evolve it unless you have evolved it, then you can go do that. Then we can go to this. Also, we know that it doesn't get it by level up, so there's no point in going to check the normal moves, because I'll quickly show you, just to like show you that it isn't going to be on there, but I'm going to quickly see on the, that's not the right one. Where's the ORAS? This is generation, actually no, isn't this generation 6? I guess it is the right one, but as you can see, there's no sticker web? No, there's no toxic spikes in the level up, so that means we can go back to the egg moves since it takes us to there by clicking on this Pokemon. If we go down this lane, then we can find out that we have a lot of other egg moves, but we're looking for specifically toxic spikes. We can see here that a female Omanite can breed with a male Tentacle, which obviously must have toxic spikes equipped. So you can see here, Tentacle can have it by level up, and Cloyster can, which also are in Big Bronze right now. The Drapion right now isn't in Pokemon Big Bronze, but now we can go to our Tentacle, obviously. So we quickly go down here and go to the level up system. You can see that toxic spikes actually learnt at level 15 on the Tentacle. So what that means is that we need to catch ourselves a male Tentacle, breed it with a female Omanite, then obviously every single, since Omanite is the female version of in the Pokemon in the Daycare, that means you're going to keep passing down Omanite eggs. Then we'll just keep going until you get a male Omanite with toxic spikes as an egg move, and then what you can do is you can go back to your female Greninja, then breed a female Greninja with the male Omastar or Omanite, depending if you evolved it or not, that you just bred, and then you'll be able to egg move, or chain egg move your toxic spikes onto a Greninja. So I'm going to quickly end that off there, and I think there's nothing else to explain, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, you can use this for any Pokemon. Like I said, just use the examples I've shown you, that whether the Pokemon is, if there's a Pokemon in these, I guess in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, that means, and if it's in Pokemon Brick Bronze, I'll also leave a link down in the description below for Cerebi just as a whole site, and I'll leave a link down to the description for a document on Google that has pretty much like a Pokedex of telling you which every single Pokemon that is in Pokemon Brick Bronze by don't exactly remember the guy who made it, but definitely going to be linked in the description, so make sure to check it out. So obviously you know which Pokemon you can catch and level up. So obviously, like I said, just look at the second line for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, make sure that the Pokemon is in Pokemon Brick Bronze, catch the male variant of that and just breed it with the female version Pokemon that you're trying to get the egg move on. So that's pretty much it. Same thing for chain breeding. You just have to go through a few more processes to be able to do it, but it's pretty simple. But like I said, that's pretty much it. Can't really show you too much in the main game since there's so many Pokemon. I can't go through every single Pokemon because that's pretty much impossible. I was going to do like a little series, like I do a one video dedicated to one Pokemon. I realized there's no real point in doing that, where I can just tell you, hey, there's an easier place to do this, and that's to just check it on your own. So if I explain how to check it on your own and be able to do it on your own, that means you can pretty much do it for any single Pokemon. Obviously, because if I actually did start the little series, I'd be doing it for Omega. I'd start it on Omega Ruby, and then I have to update those videos when they come to Southern Moon. And also, if a new Pokemon game comes out with different egg moves, then also I have to redo them again. So there's no point in doing that. And I'll just tell you how all of it works as a whole, and also you can just go into other Pokemon that you're trying to breed for, and then get the egg moves that you specifically want. Another good example, I guess, really quickly, is for Chansey. Chansey can get Seismic Toss. To get a Seismic Toss on a Chansey, you need to catch yourselves a male Mankey, level it up. Actually, I think it gets like level 17, I want to say. So once you've got your male Mankey with Seismic Toss, breed that with a female Mawile, then obviously you'll produce Mawile eggs, and wait until you hatch yourself a male Mawile, and then you can breed a male Mawile with a Chansey, which always, like I said, has a 100% female rate, and then every single Chansey that you breed on Lent will also have Seismic Toss, which is one of the most used moves, I believe, on the Chansey, unless you want to run a special attack instead, which I don't think too many people do. But that is pretty much it about egg moves. Don't want to make this video too long, because obviously the IV video, I might do an EV video, or how to EV train specific stats next week, or I might wait until the game is completed. If I do one next week, I might do an update one depending on when the game's completely released, and then we can find new possible EV training spots. So let me know if you want to leave. Let me know in the comments if you want to see an EV training guide next week or next Saturday. So hopefully it goes well on this freaking fly. So there we go. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. There's nothing really else I forgot to go over. If I did, let me know in the comments down below. If you're struggling with specific Pokemon, you have no idea what you're doing, let me know in the comments down below and just ask any questions. I'll try and go through as many as possible. And like always, I'll see you guys next time.